Nestled in the fertile highlands of western Kenya, a social experiment of biblical proportions is unfolding. David Sakayo Kaluhana, a 61-year-old village historian, has constructed a family dynasty that stretches the boundaries of human relationships to their absolute limits. With 15 wives and 107 children, and counting, this self-styled modern King Solomon has created what may be the world's largest active polygamous household, a living, breathing community that functions like a small village. This extraordinary domestic arrangement, captured in a viral Afrimax documentary, has ignited fierce global debate. Is this a beautiful preservation of African tradition, a troubling case of patriarchal excess, or something more complex altogether? As we peel back the layers of this remarkable story, we uncover profound questions about love, family, and the very nature of human relationships in the 21st century. The philosopher king of polygamy. At the heart of this sprawling family sits Kaluhana, an unlikely patriarch whose unshakable self-belief forms the foundation of his domestic empire. The self-taught historian, who claims to have read hundreds of volumes on African history and philosophy, propounds a startling theory to justify his marital choices. "My intellect is like the Great Nile," he proclaims in the documentary, seated regally amidst a semicircle of his wives. "It cannot flow through just one channel. Each of my wives represents a different tributary of my knowledge: the historian, the philosopher, the teacher, the counselor. Together, they form the delta of my wisdom." This grandiose self-conception extends to his comparison with the biblical King Solomon, though with one crucial difference. Solomon had 700 wives, but no true connection with them. Kaluhana argues, "I may have fewer, but each relationship is deep and meaningful." Anatomy of a mega household. The daily operation of the Kaluhana compound is a marvel of social engineering, requiring logistical precision that would humble a military commander. Every aspect of domestic life has been systematized to near-industrial levels. 1. The kitchen command center. 5 wives rotate as head chefs each week, overseeing teams of assistants. Industrial-sized cooking pots simmer continuously over wood fires. Meal planning follows a 14-day cycle to ensure nutritional balance. Annual food consumption includes 2.5 tons of maize flour, 1 ton of rice, 600 kilograms of beans, 300 chickens. 2. The child-rearing collective children are grouped into clans by age range, each supervised by senior wives. Education follows a tiered system: preschool, 0 to 5 years, communal care in the baby yard, primary, 6 to 13, homeschooled in rotating subject groups, secondary, 14 plus, top performers attend boarding schools. Clothing passes through an elaborate hand-me-down chain from eldest to youngest 3. The marital rotation system. Kaluhana spends 2 nights with each wife in strict rotation. A color-coded calendar in the main hut tracks the schedule. Special request nights can be petitioned through senior wives, the women's voices. Complex truths behind the harmony. While the documentary presents an image of domestic bliss, careful observers note subtle tensions beneath the surface. The wives, ranging from 22 to 58 years old, offer revealing glimpses into their reality. Senior wives, married 20+ years, speak of hard-won peace after early jealousies. Now function as marital mentors to younger wives, hold considerable influence over household decisions. Middle cohort, married 5 to 15 years, describe ongoing negotiations for resources and attention. Some admit to strategic alliances with other wives. Several run small businesses to gain financial independence. Junior wives, married less than 5 years. Newest member, Jessica, 22, admits struggling with sharing, says she married for the security of a big family. Still learning the complex social rules of the household, Dr. Amina Mbeki, a Nairobi-based sociologist who studies polygamous families, notes, what appears as harmony is often a carefully maintained equilibrium. These women have developed sophisticated coping mechanisms that outsiders might misinterpret as contentment. The Children's Kingdom. For the 107 children, 53 boys, 54 girls, life in the compound is both magical and challenging. Benefits: never lacking playmates or companionship, instant support network for problems big and small, exposure to diverse perspectives from multiple mothers. Challenges: intense competition for paternal attention, difficulty developing individual identities, complex sibling rivalries across maternal lines. 16-year-old Daniel shares, "When I need advice, I have 15 mothers to choose from. But when I scored top in my class, Baba only had 5 minutes to congratulate me before the next child needed him." The economic engine. Funding a human ecosystem. Supporting this human ecosystem requires innovative financial solutions. Income streams: Kaluhana's historical consultations, 40%, lectures to universities, cultural advising for NGOs, traditional conflict mediation, wives' enterprises, 35%, textile cooperative organic vegetable farm, handicraft sales to tourists, children's contributions, 25%. Older boys help with construction work. Girls tutor village children for fees. Family band performs at local events. Annual budget breakdown: education, $18,000, plus food, $12,000, healthcare, $6,000, clothing, $4,500, utilities, $3,000. Cultural crossroads: tradition under the microscope. The Kaluhana phenomenon sits at the center of a heated continental debate. Traditionalist view: this is African heritage in its purest form, argues Elder Josiah Mwangi. Before colonialism, great men had many wives. Kaluhana is keeping our history alive. Modernist perspective: calling this tradition whitewashes the reality, counters gender activist Aoko Mbeki. No culture ever envisioned 107 children from one man. This is ego disguised as custom. Anthropological insight. Dr. Samuel Njoroge notes, what makes this case unique is its scale in modern times. Most polygamous families today max out at 3 to 4 wives. This is a throwback to pre-industrial patterns. The sustainability question. As Kaluhana hints at expanding his family further, experts raise urgent concerns. Land pressure. The family's 10-acre plot can't support endless growth. Water sources are already strained in dry seasons. Educational limits. Quality schooling becomes impossible to fund for all older children, increasingly leave for urban opportunities. Generational shift. Many daughters express no interest in polygamous marriages. Several sons vow to stop at one wife. A living social experiment. Beyond the sensational numbers, the Kaluhana family represents something profound, a living laboratory for human social organization. Their experience challenges fundamental assumptions about the limits of family structures, the nature of romantic love, the economics of domestic life, the psychology of shared parenting. As development creeps closer to their rural compound, one wonders, how long can this last? Will future generations view this as a cultural treasure or a cautionary tale? And what might the rest of us, in our smaller nuclear families, learn from their extraordinary experiment in communal living? The answers may be as complex as the family itself. One thing is certain. The story of David Sakayo Kaluhana and his 15 wives and 107 children will continue to fascinate, provoke, and inspire debate about the endless varieties of human family life.